meta changers, meta makers, Popeyes, this is your last shot. Do not miss your chance to blow.
It sounds like an Eminem
It
song.
is actually an Eminem song, but you know, more Eminem songs when Spaghetti's gonna play, but that's gonna be a second match. We'll see. Scarf gonna be banned right off the bat as well.
With this in mind, this could actually give Popeyes the possibility to maybe put back the Krull in this best of 5, just because I think that's going to be a pretty nice initiate tool, since Glaive and Kestrel are really easy to this, but then Impunity can go for maybe another last pick Petal, but I don't know if that's going to work well with this composition. We'll just have to see. Maybe, well, they do have the captain. Batiste could actually be pretty good here, because Glaive would have to go under the Ordain, and if he actually afterburns, I believe you still get stunned, so that could be a possibility here for Popeyes. Popeyes, I feel like they have the foothold in this drafting phase.
Definitely, if they want to surprise Impunity now is the time. They did used to play, they were the ones that played the Ozo, the surprise Ozo back then.
Yeah.
The Krull as well, they were also the ones 2 weeks back. The Rhyme, the surprise Rhyme on towards your draft, they were the ones that brought that in during split number 2, but they're going to be safe, taking away Celeste away from Impunity and the last pick Krull to just finish this draft off. Very confident as well on their picks. Interesting, though.
I'm interested to see if they're gonna go for the Petal, because right now it feels like a very weird pick. If they want to maximize the Glaive, they might go for a Captain Fortress, but they could actually go for something else. A Koshka wouldn't be too good, because Krull would just eat her alive. It's kind of weird right now for Impunity.
Catherine is open, but I'm not sure how the dynamics is going to work with that composition for the side of Impunity. But Popeyes has been banning Catherine since game number 1 against Impunity, but I'm not sure if this is going to be a wise choice. But it does make Impunity's draft a little bit more balanced in terms of like AoE CC control, good team fight, good initiate, very balanced. So I kind of imagine if ever they do pull out a Catherine, what else is there on a Black Feather, which they picked during game number 2, worked out for them really well. They can confidently play.
In the early game, late game, and mid game, and late game, I feel it's going to be Popeyes. But again, Impunity have done so well with that sentry rotation. So let's see what happens in this 4th game.
Exactly, as we head into game number 4, Impunity versus Popeyes here. Super duper excited. What are they going to do in their early game rotations, as Impunity has the momentum on their side? One more game and they'll reach the finals.
As a boy, finally, he likes to check the Elder Treant if Impunity likes to go for the objective. We saw that he died on the Lyra, but now at least as a Grace, he has more, I guess, tanking ability so that he won't get blown up as quickly. So yeah, there you go.
Impunity, though, very confident in their draft. It just means that they're confident enough to overpower them with damage and focus target and then blow them all up. But here comes the first Afterburn.
Afterburn's not going to save or actually get a pick off right now for Impunity. Good initiate, though, but Quartervault will be thwarted, at least right there. They have the grace to actually go for a counter dash-in, which actually works well, because if you think about it, Black Feather with pre-level 6 gets pretty easy to connect to an Holy Nova if the Grace has good enough positioning, as well as, of course, the Kestrel if they're in range of that CC.
That is true, and if somebody actually gets caught out by the glaive of the Afterburn and they all chain their skills there for Impunity side, again, Grace for me is a very good support for your team. The Divine Intervention with all the damage mitigation from your side is, I feel like it's enough for some of the Popeyes members, like for example Aeon and Chingy, to actually reposition themselves, gain a better hold of the Flash, either retreat or start a counterattack. But Impunity this time around is going to be playing it safe, and we'll see how this is going to turn out as Popeyes roam in the jungle here, finding the pick, having more control over the lane, pushing it towards their Impunity's turret, and they're going to be roaming around on the jungle as well.
It feels like Popeyes have found that answer to how Impunity have been playing these past 3 games, which is like we said, is to just push the lane fast. Once Impunity has already pushed the lane into their own side. And with that, it actually allows Popeyes to have a little bit of a free roam in the jungle. If Impunity's there, they'll be good for the fight because they have the Grace, and then at least the wave itself will be pushed. No, wait. Hold that thought. There's going to be a catch onto Chingy.
Chingy right there, 1/4 HP, but Tezaboy actually goes with a benediction, and they'll be settling for an objective right here. Chingy as well, but a lot of Impunity members are right at the corner, and they should really be careful. Nicely done, almost a steal, not quite.
Impunity not getting too many objectives right there. Like I said, they do like to go for that Elder Treant, but aside from that, they really can't transition into anything just yet. So this game has been a back and forth power fight of the jungle and the lane, but nobody is yet to be the victor. So with this kind of stalemate, I think the real fight would start once we start hitting those level 6, wherein we have the FHH or FH squared, as Luceria likes to call it, for the Krull. And then, of course, when Tezaboy gets his level 6, that's going to be an intervention. But on the side of Impunity, I don't know. They don't have like a level 6, like really good ultimate
Intense
to work with.
spike?
Yeah, intense
Correct.
spike.
And for the side of Impunity, I do understand the prioritization on these players, as they don't want the Crawl to actually land a sneaky attack on them, just waiting in the brush, finding that right opportunity for themselves. Popeyes, on the other hand, are playing this smartly. They're not being too aggressive, but I see Asarai, you've realized something with that. Oh.
Yeah, it was actually just put into my attention as well. So we were talking about how Popeyes don't really focus on the vision control, which I said was okay. But that was before I saw that the Kestrel was going to go for the CP build and the Blackfeather for the weapon power build, because we know that if you go for a CP build Kestrel, her active camo hits like a nuclear bomb, and without proper vision control, this could be the edge that Impunity are going to be looking for to actually have, well, an edge in this match.
Exactly. Great balance there from Impunity in terms of adjustment with their composition. Crystal Kestrel right there. There's a little bit of a mouthful, but yes, going back to Popeye's composition, are actually both of the play styles of Impunity and Popeyes, they're very patient. I understand how crucial it is, as this might be match point. I mean, this is already match point. It might be the end of Popeye's journey here. Yeah,
true. And the other thing here, the only weakness to what I said about Impunity going for the CP Kestrel is because you have to go to the jungle, right? And the weakness to that is, if the Kestrel was going, solo YOLO on the jungle, Krull, again, will just eat her alive. But the thing here is, Impunity rotating as a 3-man squad kind of mitigates that danger, so they can actually opt to go for this one. So right now, I've been saying so many times, but right now we're going to be seeing Popeyes goes in. There it is. The FH. No! What was that, Glaive? He went into the embracing arms of the crowd control. He'll be able to survive because that is a Captain Glaive, but that was a little bit of a misplay, I would say, coming in from Impunity. But still, the fight is on.
Fight is on indeed, as Krull will be chilling at the brush, landing in some flares, as Aeon's Solar Storm will not be enough to actually eliminate targets at this point of the game, but Lucity landing in some glimmer shots, really painful. They'll be rotating here on the jungle side to gain more control, gain more information, and look at that, there's the benediction. Holy Nova not able to connect. Tezaboy super low, he's gonna die, and with that said, Quarterboy gets the stun in. Chingy, very ballsy, goes into the turret. This is not what you want, Chingy. He's gonna die, active camo right there. 2 deaths in exchange for none. Very aggressive from Popeyes.
As the robot in Power Rangers says, ay, that is just bad for Popeyes. And right now, Impunity can actually transition this into a turret if they so wanted to, but they'll decide otherwise. And breaking that fight a little bit, it could have been just the 1 kill, the first blood for Impunity, but Chingy, I think he's had enough. He wanted to go and get that kill. He was trying to get as much Spectral Smite stacks as possible, I believe, onto Blue City, but under turret, it's kind of a suicide mission that you might not be able to accomplish.
Exactly. We've seen Popeyes do this. Game number 2, game number 3. They saw low health targets from Impunity, and they just want to keep going at it despite knowing that the odds are definitely not in their favor. They've already lost one member. They felt like they could turn it around a little bit. But Impunity's side, a lot of members are under the turret, and they've still got a kit to actually turn the battle around just in case, you know, they come back into the battle once again. So Chingy, they have to, Popeyes in general have to.
Oh!
Whoa, nice block
Glorious
there.
block from Blue City. And now a little bit of the engaged potential is down for Popeyes. There's the afterburn. And look at this. Defq is just charging all day long. But you got to take note. Intervention's right there for the sustain as well. So they can't go a little bit balls too deep into this fight as there is that sustainability. But Impunity do have a team composition that can survive a lot of beatdown, or rather a lot of beatdown, because they do have the Captain Glaive. They do have Defq on that Serpent's Mask for the sustain, and well, Blue City has been left untouched in the backline, so this Kestrel is still healthy for another fight.
Another fight indeed, as Impunity is going to be settling more with these objectives as Tezaboy tries to do a steal. Not going to be mission accomplished with Cote d'Ivoire just zoning them away with a glaive.
So checking out the build, we are seeing, I believe, Chingy going for that Shiv tension or poison tension bow build, so he's gonna have a lot of damage in the early game. But the problem is, I think we've kind of a little bit past the early game, so this Krull is kind of falling a little bit behind. So right now, checking at it, he has to go for those money shot with the FHH, but
ouch, one shot, one kill, super duper painful. Aeon almost to half HP, but this is gonna scare them a little bit. They still have some form of sustain from their side on Popeyes. Grace is actually there, just chilling near the brush as Impunity has gained control. But gold-wise, they're slowly creeping up the advantage here. 18 to 21k, but here comes the flank.
Here comes the flank indeed. They're stacking up the Spectral Smites, but it's not going to be enough. Intervention from the Grace just for the heals, and that was the money that what Popeyes was looking for. But Blue City from the back line goes in with those glimmer shots, and he is just shining damage into the eyes of Popeyes. What can they do? Oh, he's hiding in the brush. He wants to go for it. DMR, this connection, Spectral Smite. The damage from Blue City. He's got to back away. He still survives! And there we go. One shot, one kill. Not going to connect. A little bit too far from there, buddy. But it's still going to be all right. Blue City, though, the damage from this Kestrel is insane.
I thought that was going to be the bait of the century, but looks like it's not going to happen. Glaive was really low. Blue City was super patient, hiding around the brush. But let's take a look at that clash from earlier. Active Camo being used, very patient, knowing the fact that the Black Feather was super low. He did not reveal himself. Waited for the perfect timing. Got that consolation prize. It was a 1-for-1. Glaive, on the other hand, baited himself as the flares did not really reveal where the Kestrel was. Great positioning from Blue City as well. Very patient, knows when to go in, knows when to go out. And I really love what Impunity has been doing for the past few games. They know how to work with their comp. One shot, one kill, won't hit anyone as Glaive pushes Aeon towards their team.
They still got to be careful here because there is the protection from that Grace. There it is, intervention being used. Defq cannot find a target that he needs, but Chingy has been blown up. Now we're going to be seeing Impunity actually go for the comebacks, but Popeyes still alive in this fight. 2v2 situation. Aeon is very low in HP. Defq has been taken down. There's not a lot of energies for Aeon's 2-2-2 to work with because right now Cote d'Ivoire is chasing him down. Although Impunity will be actually backing up from this fight, but they got the 2-for-1, so they got that advantage.
Nice placement by the Heliogenesis. Coming from Aeon, zoning away Defq, which puts him in a position where he's going to back away. One shot, one kill. Won't hit anyone there. Aeon 22 actually manages to dodge that. And again, nice zoning from the Celeste, rather, of Aeon. So really impressive showing. But then again, Impunity here are very, very committed whenever they enter into these fights.
So the Tezaboy did not buy into a Crucible. I feel like Aeon has to buy up into a reflex block sooner or later because, yes, there is that defense with the intervention, but in a way, like we said, we said a while ago, or rather, what I'm going to say right now is Grace using that intervention has a delay that she's not going to be doing too much because there is the channel time for that heal, right? So I think you need to at least let the Grace do her thing. without forcing her to use the intervention because Boy, or rather Aeon, is being caught out too many times. So the reflex block would really help out. But now there's going to be a little bit of a Mexican standoff in the lane.
True that. But the pokes are being laid out by Blue City. Effective pokes, if you will, as Crawl will respect that. Back away as Boy will receive the pain as well coming from the Castrel. Blue City Impunity right now doing all the works. 28 on their goal. They're leading in kills. They're leading in gold as well. But here comes the initiate. Deathview zoning away Aeon. Let's see how this goes.
Oh my goodness, Boy. He already used the intervention, but it really wasn't enough to save himself. Although his teammates are still alive, it's not really the optimal time for Popeyes to do a re-engage because they got no more frontline. Stun to connect onto Chingy. He wants to go in for it, but is he too ballsy for that one? He actually got the shield. FHH, oh, one shot, one kill will not connect. But still, this is Popeyes going in for the stall game. They want to defend this turret for as long as possible as the Grace is slowly but surely walking back into lane. That's going to be a 3v3 sooner or later right here. They know that Deathview is right here in the jungle. And will they go for the engage? I don't know just yet.
We'll see, though, as flares are being shot right out defensively from Impunity side, gathering more information so that they know what their next move is going to be. Look at that. Boy already back in lane. They're going to be fine. But that engage from earlier is definitely something Popeye should rethink in terms of the composition of Impunity is definitely initiate and segregate. They're separating the front line. They're separating Chingy from everybody else so that they have that right opportunity to go and push through Aeon's defenses. And leaving the squishy targets, they're fine on their own. Deathview is a good duelist. Cote d'Ivoire is actually a very good zoner as well. So that leaves active camo on the being used as a sneaky maneuvering skill to find that target that is isolated. So
here we go, baby boy. The FHH was blocked. Perfect timing there from Impunity, and the fight breaks out. Here we go once again. There is the active camo traps being put down by Blue City, but he's not dealing the damage that he needs to. Deathview going in with the roast defensive just to go a little bit back into the fight. It is on a relatively low cooldown, so it should be good indeed right there. Blue City pooping out all of these glimmer shots, but it's not really dealing the damage that they need to. 15 minutes in, Kraken has awakened, and it seems like Popeye, they didn't find the clash that they wanted, but they did not engage overly, so they will at least have a little bit of a breather here right now. As oh my goodness, Chingy was blown up, son. Can they go for the reinitiate? Can they go for that revenge kill? Deathview! Oh my goodness, I am kneeling on my knees. Why is Deathview still alive? This is not looking good. Well, at least they can actually go for maybe the pickoff onto this turret. Boy goes in onto Cote d'Ivoire, but Aeon is severely low onto energy, so they gotta back away because Impunity might go for a Kraken.
That damage was insane. I want to see that again. But anyway, for Impunity side, they're doing it well. They're doing so well. Popeyes, on the other hand, even though they try to initiate, Impunity just does it really, really well in terms of counter attacking and actually initiating these fights. They find the right opportunity, even though it's a 3v3. They don't have to make these picks. They're fine with it because separating, just like I said, initiating and segregating is the game for Impunity, and it's working so well for them. And here we might see another fight as the pokes are being laid out. Flares as well. They don't want anything too sneaky for the side of Popeyes. So Crawl, again, is going to be chilling somewhere. He's going to be finding that flanking position that's perfect for them. And we'll see. 16 minutes in, do or die.
Do or die, indeed. There is a 4,000 gold lead for Impunity. But Popeyes, they have been literally littering down the map with vision right now. But Boy, oh my god, he survived with an intervention. That heal's coming out, and Popeyes are still alive into the fight. Quarterball goes with the afterburn. Chingy in a very bad spot, but look at him. Look at the stacks. There it is. Solar Flare, Solar Storm rather, for the damage. Deathview, Blue City super low, as well as Popeyes. They gotta back away. They gotta calm down right now. In Impunity, they might actually go for the Kraken. They're rotating to the bottom side of the map. Still, no blood has been spilled. What is happening?
Energy level still pretty healthy for Popeyes here. They're just going to be getting a consolation prize. Actually, with the afterburn onto Aeon explodes and the damage. Castro manages to secure the kill with Deathview. Are they going to find him? They will find him with a flare. Chingy is in no man's land. He cannot go anywhere at all. And they will finish off the kill. 2 for 1 in favor of Impunity.
My goodness. That troll. He got blown up, son.
Yeah.
And now that leaves this Kraken for the taking. Although you gotta remember, ultimate is up for AM222, but there's not enough time. Would Tezaboy actually go YOLO and try to get the last hit? He's a little bit too late. Can he go for it? No, it's just gonna recall, and Impunity will get a pretty safe Kraken.
Solar Storm, rather, not being used. They're gonna be playing safe, just as you mentioned. But this means Popeyes has to play defense this time around. They cannot become ballsy. But Aeon, super low, one shot, one kill. Impressive movements by Impunity, not hesitating at all. They will have the Kraken, they will get a kill, they will get a turret.
Man, Celeste has really fallen from the stars. It's not looking good at all for Aeon. He is not performing well at all. 0-2-2 on his KDA. And now Impunity are going for that GG push. This is make or break for Popeyes. Can they really come back from this one? I don't know.
I can feel it here for Impunity. I can feel their blood. They're really aiming for this push here. But that is Celeste going back into the fight. Will they initiate? No. Just a lot of flares popping up here and there. Heliogenesis just for the zoning. But again, Cote d'Ivoire, a very, very effective initiator here for the Glaive. They have to pick up this Kraken. Half HP already onto one turret here for the side of Popeyes. They have to play defense, which means more control over the Impunity. And Sentry is actually being taken by Impunity again.
They are still in this fight. Tournament life is on the line for both of these teams, more so on Popeyes right now because, again, 2-1 is our standing, and it's so close right now. They are hanging on to the knife's edge, and Popeyes right now, they gotta eat their spinach. Where is their spinach?
We'll have to see if they'll find their spinach here for Popeyes, as Impunity is just having so much control over this game at this point. And Popeyes, they're just throwing in some flares, not giving any room. There comes the benediction from Tezaboy. Is it going to be enough for the initiate? No, they're just testing the waters. Heliogenesis being laid out on the floor just so that they can zone them away, scare them off. Impunity just finding the bright pokes, finding the crawl who's lurking in the brush. There can only be a few brushes there available as Tezaboy is zoning them away.
They can't allow for another Kraken take here from Impunity, as it is going to be that she-beast. Again, like I said, hell hath no wrath like a Kraken spawn. And there it is. The FHH is trying to at least boomerang it. The connection onto the stun, but Cote d'Ivoire is a bit too far away. And as they try to look for that opening, the pokes are real. The FQ going in aggressive. He knows that they are backing away. They gotta be as careful as they can. As a boy goes in with the ultimate. And now, actually, has he used the ultimate? Not yet.
They should really
actually,
be careful.
He used a Echo to recharge that intervention. Still, they haven't died just yet, so IMP, or rather Impunity, can't go for that GG push.
Definitely. Popeye's lane is slowly pushing towards Impunity side, so that means IMP should deal with that as the second Kraken, or the next Kraken, is going to spawn. A lot of eyes are going to be here on this side of the map, as Impunity, again, would definitely want to get this to gain more control, get the offensive, as Popeye is going to be pushed. Their backs on the wall.
Where is he going? He actually chasing onto Aeon. Where's the protection? There's Tezaboy. There's the Crucial Sentry going in for the defense. Now you can see, I believe Chingy will be chasing down onto this Kestrel, but he can't find it. He doesn't have the vision. Devki on the other side of the map trying to go away. There's the ultimate. They got the Black Feather. Chingy gotta go for it. Chingy, can he do it? Blue City is so low. Can he get it? He's still high in HP. Cote d'Ivoire gets the kill. This is still a 2v2, but they gotta back off. There's that Kestrel, super low in HP. One shot, one kill, will go for the miss. And, oh, Tezaboy, he knows what is up. Cote d'Ivoire's going aggressive right here. He might actually have gone into the bad zone because Blue City's going back, but the damage from Cote d'Ivoire will push them back. And this Grace has to take a breather, as do I, as does Popeye.
Well played there, Asarai. Okay, that's the last rhyme for our bars, but Impunity here, they're playing a little bit too risky here. You saw they used the Black Feather to zone away 2 members of Popeyes in that last clash that we witnessed, just in sacrifice of getting the crawl. Take note, Celeste is one of the most painful things you have to deal with on Popeyes, as better positioning, better poke, better zoning tool, and of course the Solar Flare is definitely a threat towards the squishy Kestrel. So this time around, gold-wise, of course, Impunity has that upper hand, but if you make those kinds of plays, and if you take too long in zoning them and not finish the target that you intend to eliminate right off the bat, then that could actually be a little bit too risky. If you look at the clash, Popeyes won that, technically speaking, as Impunity was the one who actually retreated. But look at that, Benediction charging in to the Kestrel.
Hold on a little bit right now. DefQ is going to go for the flank maneuvers. Where is Chingy? I'm looking at him right now. He's still in the jungle, a little bit far from Popeyes, as Impunity are pushing the lane. They want to go in and finish this match as much as possible because they know they're starting to lack in damage. Although I do want to take note that there is Cordoval buying up into the Null Wave Gauntlet. He's taking so much damage right now. Blue City and DefQ cannot find an opening, and Cordoval has almost been taken down right there. Boy is tagging the Glimmer shots, and this is perfect for Popeye. There it is. He's going in. Rose defense just to get away from the embracing hands of the damage from Popeyes. And Aeon low once again with that energy. Boy, he wants blood. He's chasing him down into the bottom side of the jungle. He's gonna back away. Oh my god, the money shots from the Glimmer shot. That was beautiful coming in from Impunity, but DefQ is low on HP, so this is still each other's fights. But now, Impunity have the right to start to crack it.
43 seconds, still Chingy responds. 3v3, DefQ not healthy, Quarterbois as well. No energy for Blue City side, but look at the flares. They're going in. Boy will immediately spot this out.
Can he get it? Oh my god! Who gets the steal? Boy! He gets the Kraken! Holy moly! There you go. He still survives, keeping in line Popeyes. They get the 1 kill onto Quarterbois, and this is the comeback of Popeyes. What is happening?
I am so amazed by Popeye's retaliation.
Boy's grace.
Boy's grace, indeed. Laying out the flares, checking out the brush, checking if there's a Kraken. Almost dead, gets the steal. 32 seconds on the clock for Impunity, for the rest of the members to actually get back into the fight. This is still not GG. They can still manage to defend this, but if that is going to keep happening, that Impunity is definitely going to lose with whatever they were gaining from earlier.
Right now, Impunity's, I would say, initiate with the glaive, with the afterburn, is not getting too much anymore because Chingy has been good with the flanks, and Boy has been godlike with his interventions and body blocks on that Glimmer shot. So that's their opening. So now we have gone back to 2 core turrets, and both of these teams still able to have a 1-up or even finish this game off, but it's now even.
Definitely even. Popeyes, just as we mentioned, had their backs against the wall, managed to get back into the game with Impunity changing their playstyles a little bit by, instead of putting the glaive into the front line to actually zone them away, they put in DefQ to buy some time and let the Kestrel land the pokes and Quarterbois to, you know, get the cooldowns back in action so that he'll be able to initiate.
Oh,
what the?
I don't know.
Whoa.
But there's the FHH connecting. Boy wants to go in, but you gotta be a bit careful. Ooh, nice sidestep on that 1-shot, 1 kill. Well, you gotta still give credit here for Impunity. That damage from the Kestrel is monstrous. But Popeyes, you gotta be careful as well. You saw how much poke they had when they went in a little bit too over-aggressive. So like I said, both of these teams still have to respect each other, and whoever makes the first mistake, I feel, will lose and get an ace, and then it's all over.
You saw how Impunity didn't want to play the Popeyes game. They didn't want to roam around the jungle too much because Crawl would probably be just looking around the corner and find the right opportunity. They wanted Popeyes to go near them. They want Popeyes to initiate this time around and not them first. But there's a glaive using the afterburn, using it for defense. Boy already half HP. Take note, she has an echo, she has a divine intervention. She's still going to be fine. That is the grace. But this time around, glaive.
Oh my god, Cordobois, they almost actually afterburned into the stun. of
close.
Chingy. That would have been I would say the face palm to eternity for Impunity.
Yeah, good thing that did not happen. But looks like the Kraken is about to spawn. Lots of scout traps being laid out by Popeyes, which means more control over this side of the map for this team this time around. You
Yeah.
can feel it. You can feel it that they want this to
Oh,
go
here
into
it
game
is.
number 5.
And the thing here, with that vision, this Blue City on that Kestrel cannot be as sneaky as she wants to. And the Kraken is unleashed. This is not looking good. This might be the GG push from Popeyes. And like we said, it's Kraken. Oh, she's been summoned for the second time?
For the third time.
Third time. And now she's like, oh, I'm going to be pushing now for Popeyes. For Popeyes again.
Yes. I like how you dubbed the voice of Kraken into this really shrill old woman voice. But anyway, going back into the game, Impunity this time around is going to be playing defense. But what is their play style? They have a Kraken on their side. It's practically like a 4v3. But they have the pokes. They have a good amount of wave clear. They've got the right damage. But Celeste late game is just gonna burn you. Oh my god.
Chingy went in a little bit too balls deep into that one. Tezza Boy, right now it looks like Impunity might go in for the comeback. Aeon, they got the heals back from Tezza Boy if I'm not mistaken, yes. But still, that is a 2-for-0. The Kraken is still pushing into the base. And they gotta go back. They gotta take her down. She's taken down one core turret already, and she is still slapping for more. Can she get it? Oh my goodness. Popeye's lost 2 members, but it doesn't even matter, because this Kraken is just beating down onto the turrets. It's gonna be close, puppy. Can he get it? It's so close. One more shot. Oh my god, that is
Very unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
Oh my god. Okay. So this time around,
no.
Popeyes just completely did a 180. Popeyes, they forced a fight because the Kraken was pretty much healthy and is just going to march down towards the turret. And then with that said, it is just all according to plan, because just in time, when they're finished or done with the Kraken, Popeye's members are going to be all back online. That was a smart play. Even though if they cannot handle the fight, they can immediately, Tezza Boy might get caught out, Afterburn being used, pushing Tezza Boy on towards the corner, on towards the wall. He's silenced, cannot use Divine Intervention, but actually walks around. But that is one pick.
Oh no!
3.
It's a disaster! Popeyes, they lost their front line right now. They still got 2 cores. They gotta go back. No! Ace for Impunity! This is over! It's over! They can go for the GG push. Quarterbois can just go and hit and take the damage from the turrets, but it's over. It's all over for Popeyes.
Definitely, after showing so much potential of making a comeback, it did not happen for Popeyes. And there you have it. Impunity takes this one, and they will be going to the finals.
What an insane best of 5. My God.